Good morning, dear students. We had finished till the light reaction of photosynthesis on the last turn. Today I will be taking the dark reaction of photosynthesis. As you can see over here, the dark reaction is also called as Blackman's reaction because first of all this was given by the Blackmans, or biosynthetic phase. Biosynthetic phase means here there is a synthesis of glucose, that is why it is called as biosynthetic phase. And what the light reaction was called? It was called as photochemical reaction. Third is light independent phase. There is no requirement of the light, as enzymes which are catalyzing this reaction, they do not require the light, so that is why this is called as dark reaction. Children, please don't confuse with that. Dark reaction does not called as dark reaction because it some of you are writing that because it take place in the dark. No, this is not the fact. Light reaction is taking place in the light, but the dark reaction is light independent phase because the enzymes do not require light for the catalysis process. First in that is that carbon dioxide is reduced to glucose by using ATP and the reducing power NADPH produced during the light reaction of photosynthesis. When I had told you light reaction, then in that case I had told you that light reaction produces the NADPH and ATP, which are used as the assimilatory powers during the dark reaction of photosynthesis. So here the glucose is reduced to the carbon dioxide is reduced to glucose. Next is location. Dark reaction occurs in the stroma of chloroplast. When I had made the diagram of the chloroplast, in that clearly distinguished regions were there, grana and stroma, and in the grana light reaction of photosynthesis takes place, whereas in the stroma dark reaction of photosynthesis takes place. Third is that CO2 is reduced to C6H12O6, that is glucose, by H plus from NADPH and ATP. This NADPH is formed during the light reaction of photosynthesis, that is nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate. I had given you the expanded form of abbreviation there, and then ATP is also produced, which is required for providing energy. Now here you can say that this carbon dioxide enters to the cycle of reactions accepted by RUBP, that is ribulose biphosphate. At the end of cycle, the C6H12O6 is produced by the M. Calvin. M. Calvin is the scientist who gave the cyclic representation of the dark reaction of photosynthesis, in which the carbon dioxide is reduced to glucose. Now here you can say that this RUBP is the primary acceptor of carbon dioxide. Primary acceptor means, first of all, the carbon dioxide which is present in the atmosphere is accepted by this RUBP. So RUBP is the primary acceptor of carbon dioxide which is present in the atmosphere. It fixes the carbon dioxide into cyclic chain of reaction. So please remember this name, RUBP, ribulose biphosphate. When we are talking about the overall reactions of the dark reaction, 6 RUBP, that is RU ribulose biphosphate, plus 6 carbon dioxide, it will be accepted by the plant from the atmosphere, plus 18 ATP, plus 12 NADPH, plus 12 H plus. This will be converted into R6 RUBP because RUBP will start the cycle again. So 6 RUBP plus C6H12O6, that is the glucose. This ATP will be converted into ADP and 18 PI. PI is the inorganic phosphate, and 12 NADPH plus 12 H plus will be converted into 12 NADP plus 6 H2O. So these are the conversions of dark reaction, that is the RUBP will accept the carbon dioxide, and it will, in the presence of ATP and the NADPH, it will convert the carbon dioxide to glucose. RUBP will be as it is, because again the cycle will start, and ultimately the ATP will be converted into ADP and PI, and NADPH will be converted into NADP plus H2O. So this is the overall dark reaction of photosynthesis. And children, don't confuse. When the overall reaction of photosynthesis is asked, you will have to write that reaction which I had told you on the last turn, that is 6CO2 plus 12H2O, like that equation, where there is a formation of oxygen along with the water, that you have to write, and the glucose. Then here, next is the formation of starch. Formation of starch takes place by the polymerization process. And in the polymerization process, what happens, that n number of molecules of glucose, n number means several number of glucose molecule, they will be polymerized into starch. That is why starch is not readily soluble in water. You may say that it is insoluble in water. Why? Because large number of glucose molecules are utilized in order to form the starch. The next is the fate of end products. End products of photosynthesis, like glucose, water and oxygen. First is glucose. It is meant for the metabolism of the cells. Means cells require the glucose for the metabolic process, for their own processes. Then excess is converted into starch, and it is also transported to non-photosynthetic cells like the woody stem and all. So there the continuous supply is required, which is in the form of soluble form, which is the sucrose. So you can say that glucose, for that the plant require for their metabolism. Then after that it is converted, excess of glucose is converted into starch, and it is transported to non-photosynthetic cells in the form of sucrose. So plant store their food in the form of starch. Next is the water. Water is required for the continuity of the process, means continuously they require water. Then oxygen, it is required for the photorespiration, because plants also respire, so it is required for the photorespiration, and major portion is sent to the atmosphere. Oxygen is released by the plant by utilizing the carbon dioxide. That is why the plants are called as carbon sinkers. I had told you in the previous portion of the chapter that plants are carbon sinkers. That is why they reduce the global warming, because they accept the carbon dioxide by the primary acceptor RUBP, and ultimately it converts into the carbon dioxide into glucose, and the major chief product is oxygen, which is the life-saving gas. Fate of carbohydrate. First is respiration. Plant required the carbohydrates for the respiration process in order to release energy. They also require the carbohydrates for the food storage. Food is stored in the form of carbohydrate. For example, starch is stored in the potato. Then third one is for the growth process, they require, for their own growth they require energy, and for that the carbohydrates are there. They are assimilated and they provide the energy for the growth process. Next is the translocation of organic compound. Translocation of organic compound means how the organic compounds are translocated from one part of the plant to the other. You know that the photosynthesis is taking place inside the leaf, so ultimately the food is synthesized in the leaf, and ultimately it is translocated through the phloem chiefly to each and every part of the plant in the form of sucrose. So here this is the gist of translocation, that from the leaf it will be transported to each and every part of the plant. Like suppose that through the veins are there in the leaf now, so they are connected, they are forming the connected channels to each and every part of the plant, and through the phloem it is transported to each and every part. So again I am summarizing the concept which I had told you today in the video and the audio also. Dark reaction of photosynthesis, also called biosynthetic phase, light independent phase, Blackman's reaction. Then carbon dioxide is reduced to glucose by using ATP and NADPH produced during light reaction. It occurs where? In the stroma of the chloroplast. So if the question is asked, where does it occur? You have to write the location of the stroma of the chloroplast. Fixation of carbon dioxide, in that reduction of carbon dioxide to glucose takes place, that is the CO2 is reduced to C6H12O6 by using the NADPH and ATP. Who is the primary acceptor? RUBP, that is the ribulose biphosphate. Now here formation of starch take place by polymerization. Fate of products like glucose is utilized for metabolism, excess is converted into starch and all. Water is required for continuity of the process, and O2 is required for photorespiration, and major portion is added to the atmosphere. Fate of carbohydrates, in that they required for the plant, required for respiration, for food storage, for growth and all, and the translocation is taking place chiefly through the phloem. So please children, whatever I have given in the audio, you go through with your book and take the help of this video to understand the concept, and please ask your queries. Thank you.